So thanks for coming. Again, thanks for waking up on a Saturday morning. And, Michelle, you're just saying it's nice to have like some sense of normalcy. And I've had pretty much all of you guys in my 9 a.m. class. And so it's nice to just be doing somewhat normal things, even in uncertain and not normal circumstances. So I like have a little ritual that I do every single morning. And every single morning, that's, not just quarantine mornings, but literally every single morning. So I'll get up and I'll do my things. Like I'll brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I'll do some sort of like meditation, mindfulness, I'll journal, and then there's food involved and coffee involved. And today was tea. I decided to switch it up just a little bit. And I try to stick to this every single morning so that, in a way I can ready myself for the day, despite whatever that day may bring. And I feel like today was like, it just wasn't like the easiest day to do it. Like I didn't want to sit silently. Like I didn't really want to journal. Like I didn't really want to do any of these things. But I did. And I felt like pretty good after it. And then Michelle, you and I were texting and I was like, oh, are you going to come to class? And you were like, yes, I'm just preparing my space. And I was like, that's a really good idea because, I'll do the things. I'll put up my mat, take out my props and stuff. But on days that I feel like I'm really needing it, I'll like light, I know you guys can't see it, but like I'll light a candle. We have this salt lamp that my roommate accidentally bought that lights up and it changes colors. It was like a fortuitous accident, but I'll like put that on. And then I took it a step further and I did a little bit of cleaning. And so, I put clothes away in my room. I just kind of like tidied up in my living room, not because it particularly affects what I'm going to teach or the things I'm going to say, but in a way, preparing your space does a lot. And I'm not going to say I like went crazy deep cleaning, but like, did I have an old cup of coffee next to my bed? Yes. Did I put it away? Yes. Did it make me feel a little bit better? Yes. And so it's interesting. In Light on Yoga, BKS Iyengar, he recommends yoga should be practiced in a clean space where you will not be disturbed. And again, I think there's just something about preparing your space. And I'm speaking about it in the physical sense right now, cleaning and tidying up. But when we do yoga and when we do any of these spiritual practices, we are preparing our space, but it's our mental space. And I think it's especially important right now because as we can all acknowledge, things are different and we're going through a lot of change and transition and constantly learning how to adjust to current situations. And so, this morning is just to do that. And I think that's also why I love to teach in the morning because it is an amazing opportunity to prepare your space. Okay, so we're going to come onto our mat, and most of you are probably already there. But if you have a blanket or a pillow or anything that you want to sit on, you can sit on that. Otherwise, you can just sit on your mat. Okay. And we'll just take a cross-legged position where we're just going to give ourselves a few breaths right here. So rest your hands gently onto your lap and close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. And now just start to take a nice steady breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. Just take one more full breath right here. Bring your palms to meet right in front of heart center and bow your chin towards your hands and towards your heart. We'll open up our class with another deep breath. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Open up the eyes. And then we're going to come onto our backs. Okay, so you can remove any props that might be under you. Grab your strap so that it's nearby, and then you'll work your way onto the back side. Okay. Once you get onto your back, you're going to extend your legs nice and long. So extend your feet to the front of the room, and then reach your hands up and over your head. Now hook your thumbs. So bring your right thumb in front of your left, and then I want you to pull away. So pull the thumbs as if you're trying to pry them away from one another. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to take the hook of your thumbs and reach it to the back of the room. So really use the hook to straighten out your arms. Deep breath in and full breath out. Another full breath. Now separate your thumbs. Now hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And you can rock a little bit from side to side if that feels good for you. Now keep your right knee hugging in towards your chest. Lower your left foot onto the ground. You can keep your knee bent to start. Now from here, start to extend your right leg up to the sky. If you have a strap or band or towel, whatever it is, you can loop it around the ball of your foot. If you don't have a strap, no worries. You can grab behind your thigh, okay? Now from here, let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, gently pull the leg in with your instruments, I guess you could say. Elbows are going out to the side if you start to feel the hamstring opening. This doesn't have to be like your deepest range just yet. It's really early, so just take it easy. Now as you find this stretch in the right leg, you can extend your left leg forwards to the front of the room if that feels okay. And when you do that, I want you to, even press your thigh down a little bit so that you can feel a little stretch in the top of your left thigh. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, exhale. Now you can bend your left knee, bring the sole of your foot onto the mat. Bend your right knee, unhook the instrument from your foot, and then you can just lower your right foot onto the ground. From here, once again, extend your feet forward, long to the front of your mat, and bring your arms up and over your head. So reach them back behind you. Now interlace your thumbs, bring your left thumb on top this time. And as you inhale, you're going to bend the elbows slightly out to the side. You'll feel the connection between your thumbs strengthen. And then as you exhale, I want you to take the hook of your thumbs and reach it back behind you as you reach your toes forward. Deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, exhale. One more full breath. Now separate your thumbs, hug your knees in towards your chest, bring them both in. Again, you can rock a little bit from side to side. Keep your left knee hugging in towards the chest and then lower your right foot down to the mat. From here, start to extend your left leg up to the sky. Again, take your instrument, your strap, band, whatever it is, and loop it around the ball of your foot. Again, if you don't have an instrument, no worries, just grab behind the hamstring, okay? Now let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently tug on your strap and pull your elbows slightly out to the side so that you can feel, an opening in the back of your left leg. Inhale. Exhale. If it feels good for your right leg and for your back and everything, you're going to start to extend your right foot forwards to the front of your mat. And if you can fully extend your leg, I want you to think about pressing your thigh down so that you can feel just a slight opening in the top of your right thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Another full breath. Now bend your right knee, place the sole of your foot on the mat. Bend your left knee and unhook the strap from your foot, okay? And then lower your left foot onto the ground. Roll onto your right hand side. And from your right, you're gonna press yourself up to a nice tall seat. Cross your feet at the ankles and then come right to tabletop. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, really widen your fingers, okay? And then from here, we'll take some cows and cats so that we can start to get our spine moving. Inhale, lower the belly towards the mat, take the heart forward. And as you exhale, round your spine, press the floor away and gaze at the belly. Inhale, lower the belly towards the mat. Feel, the firming of your upper back in as the heart goes forward. And as you exhale, round your spine. Continue to move just like this with your cows and with your cats. And if you have music and you want to start it up, you can start it. See, that was one of the things that I forgot that in my mind I was going to include. Hey, we're doing the best that we can. If you want to take any other movements in your body, go ahead and take any other movements. And if you've followed any of my playlists before, any of them will work. Then just start to steady your movements in your tabletop. Now walk your hands forward a little bit. You can walk the knees back a little bit. Tuck your toes under and come to downward facing dog. So start to lift your knees and lift your hips up and back behind you. Once you get here, go ahead and pedal out your feet, right? It could be your first downward facing dog of the morning, of the day. And so take your time to take whatever movements you need. Begin to just steady your movements in your downward facing dog. And just a couple things I want you to pay attention to in your down dog. I want you to work on straightening your arms as much as you can, okay? So really extend your arms and then slightly take your upper back muscles and press them in so that your heart is reaching towards your thighs, biceps right next to your ears. Now on your next inhale, roll it out to plank pose. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale out to your plank. As you exhale, lower your knees, shift forward and lower your belly all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, so toenails down, and then inhale, lift your chest for a low cobra. Hold right here. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, lay the heart forward and down, come through child's pose. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, hips come up and back. One more time right there. Inhale out to your plank. As you exhale, you can either lower your knees first or just lower all the way down, maybe one straight line. Inhale, lift your chest, low cobra. Again, hold right here. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. One more inhale. Lay your heart forward and down. Come through child's pose as you exhale. You can take an inhale here. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Now inhale your right leg up to the sky behind you. I want you to keep your right leg nice and strong and straight. And so you can either flex your foot or point your foot, okay? But keep your leg active, quad is engaged. As you exhale, shift forward, bring the knee towards your nose, but try to not round your spine, okay? But I do want you to shift forward. And then inhale, take a three-legged dog. Bring your right leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, again, bring the knee towards your nose, but this time we'll step the foot in between the hands. Lower your back knee down, untuck your toes, and as you inhale, we'll reach the hands up to the sky for a crescent lunge, Dhanurasana. You can keep your hands lifting up to the ceiling. If for this first one, you need to keep your hands on your front thigh, you can keep your hands on the front thigh so that you can really allow the opening in your left hip and your left thigh to happen. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your hands onto the mat. Keep your back knee down and keep your left hand down. Bring your right hand onto your right thigh. And as you inhale, bring the sides of your chest forwards. And as you exhale, turn to your right. So I want you to press on your thigh as you really turn the torso to the right side of the room. And then bring the right hand up to the sky so that we're in a nice low lunge twist. We'll tuck the back toes and lift up the back knee. Now take a deep breath in. Bring your right arm over your ear on your breath out and bring your hand down to the ground. Straighten out your front leg as much as you can. Walk your hands, pivot your feet to the left for a wide leg forward fold. So you can make your feet more or less parallel to one another. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold. You can start to walk your hands back so that your hands begin to come in line with your feet. But if they're not there just yet, that's all right. And this first forward fold is really, just for you to be here. Take one more breath. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, lift and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, walk your hands, pivot your feet, lizard lunge at the front of your mat. So heel toe your right foot open a little bit. And now lower your back knee down to the ground. What I want you to focus on here is allowing this left hip, the top of your left thigh, to go towards the mat, right? You might stay here on your palms. You might walk your hands forward. Keep letting the top of your left thigh go down as you lower your forearms down to the mat. If you want this right foot to open up a little bit, and that will open up the right knee, you can let it open up right here. So if you want, you can roll to the pinky toe side edge of the foot. That might create a little bit of space. You can also be up on the palms. Let's just take one more breath. And now tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee. Come up onto the palms if you're not there already. Now, inhale to straighten out your front leg. Slightly bend into the back knee and look up. And as you exhale, spring your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And I want you to take a semi-wide forward fold. As you inhale, reach your arms out, around, and up to the sky. You can keep your feet wide right here. And as you exhale, circle your hands behind your low back. As you inhale, drive your knuckles to the mat, lift the sides of the chest, and as you exhale, fold over soft knees with your clasped hands. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale. Exhale to lower your hands down to the mat. Inhale the right foot to the back of your mat and exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale out to a plank. And as you exhale, you can lower to the belly, either knees first or one straight line. Inhale, lift your chest for a low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, straight up to the sky. Either point your foot, so point the toes back behind you, or flex your foot so that your toes are coming in towards your shins. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come forward, bring your left knee to your nose, but don't round the spine so much, okay? And then inhale to three-legged dog. Left leg comes up and back behind you. And as you exhale, again, bring the knee to the nose. Now step the foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee down, untuck your toes. And as you inhale, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge, either reach your hands up to the sky or bring your hands onto your front thigh, okay? Whatever will allow you to find more opening in the front side of the body, and whatever will allow you to let your right hip to go down towards the mat. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, lower your hands onto the ground. Keep your right hand on your mat, bring your left hand onto your thigh. And as you inhale, bring the sides of your chest forward. And as you exhale, press on your thigh and turn to your left. Bring your left hand straight up to the sky. And then eventually we'll tuck our back toes and lift up the back knee. I want you to stay really open in the sides of your body. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, shift your left arm over your ear and bring it down to the ground. Now straighten your front leg, walk your hands, pivot your feet to the right for a wide leg forward fold. Again, feet are more or less parallel with one another. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold. Let the crown of your head go towards the mat. Now walk your hands underneath your shoulders, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale to walk the hands, pivot the feet to the front of the room into a lizard lunge. So heel toe your left foot to the left side of your mat a little bit, and then lower your back knee down, okay? Untuck your back toes, and then, really keep letting the top of your right thigh go down. You can walk your hands forward a little bit, and if you have this space, you can lower your forearms onto the ground. And if you'd like, you can splay this left hip open just a little bit. Okay, so you can gently roll onto the pinky toe side edge of your foot. Just ensure that you're not holding any tension in the jaw or in the brows. And so if you are, just as you exhale, see if you can, let go of any congestion in the face. Work your way up onto your palms if your forearms are down, and then you can bring this hip in if it's open. Now tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg, slightly bend into your back knee, look up. And as you exhale, bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand as you fold with wide or semi-wide legs. And then inhale, take your arms out, around, and up to the sky. Make a big circle. And as you exhale, circle your hands behind your low back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, drive your knuckles down, lift the sides of your chest. And as you exhale, forward fold over soft knees with your clasped hands. Let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. A couple more breaths. I want you to feel your shoulder blades as they come together on your back. And so you'll feel a firming of your upper back in towards the body. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat, low lunge. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank pose. And as you exhale, lower all the way down. Last time right here, inhale, lift your chest, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up and back. Now start to take small steps up to the top of your mat where your feet will come up to meet your hands. We meet in a forward fold, okay? No rush to get there. But when you do, literally just fold, okay? So you might choose to grab your elbows, you might choose to bend the knees a little bit, you might bounce or sway or take whatever movements here that might feel necessary for you. If you have the elbows, just take the opposite grip so that your opposite forearm is on top. And then if you have your elbows, just release them down. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands onto your shins, maybe onto your thighs as you extend your heart forward. And as you exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up to the sky. Now Tadasana, mountain pose, arms right by your side. From here, inhale, reach your arms out, around, and up to the sky, Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale to your plank pose. If you're ready, you can exhale halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, maybe cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Inhale the right hand high to the sky for a low lunge twist. Exhale the arm over your ear and down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee. Exhale, spring your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I'm cueing chaturanga, up dog, but no pressure. You can come to the belly and come through cobra. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, your left foot through in between your hands. Inhale, left hand goes high to the sky. Exhale, the arm over your ear and down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee. Exhale, spring your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot in between your hands. Inhale, right hand high to the sky. Exhale, the arm over your ear and down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee. Exhale, spring your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, sweep your arms out around up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot in between your hands. Inhale, left hand reaches up. Exhale, the arm over your ear, down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee. Exhale, spring your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, when you get here, take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Bring your big toes together, walk them up slightly. Inhale to bend the knees, look up between your hands, and at the bottom of your exhale, either walk or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms high to the sky, Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath right here in downward facing dog. Bring your big toes together, walk them up slightly. Inhale, bend the knees, look up. Exhale, walk, jump, or step your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, bring your arms nice and high to the sky, Urdhva. Tadasana, mountain pose, arms by your side. You can have your palms facing forward. On your next inhale, chair pose. So bend your knees, reach your hands up to the sky. I want you to see if you can really take the biceps right next to your ears and feel the shoulder blades slightly come together so that you can feel a firming of your upper back. Take a deep breath in. Now forward fold on your breath out. Bend your knees, plant your palms, and walk your feet back to downward facing dog. Once you get to down dog, option, inhale a plank, exhale halfway or all the way down. Inhale up dog or cobra, exhale downward facing dog. Let's take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, exhale. Now let's inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Warrior two. Spin your back heel down, take your arms out, around and up, and use your exhale to just settle in. Now, as you inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your hands up to the sky, hook your right thumb in front of your left. Bend your elbows slightly out to the side and reach the fingertips up to straighten out your arms. Now, rebend your front knee and then open up your hands, return to a warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm, sweep it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, circle your hands down to the mat, downward facing dog. Option now to take it through your vinyasa. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale your left foot through in between your hands, warrior two. So back heel spins down, arms come out, around and up. Use your exhale to settle in, bend the front knee. Now inhale, straighten out your legs, reach your hands to the sky, hook your left thumb in front of your right, make sure the fingers are nice and fanned out, bend the elbows a little bit to the side, and then reach your hands up. Rebend your front knee so that you return to a warrior two legs, and then open up your arms for full warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, sweep it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, circle your hands down to the mat, downward facing dog. Step it back, and then optional vinyasa. Now inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Warrior two, back heel down, rise it up. Use the exhale to settle in. Inhale, straighten out your legs, reach the hands to the sky, hook your right thumb in front of the left, drive the hands up, straighten your arms. Now rebend your front knee and open up your hands for warrior two. A little bit different now. Inhale, flip the front palm, sweep it back to a peaceful warrior. We're going right up into flying warrior. So straighten your legs, pivot your right toes in, reach your hands up to the sky. And now triangle to the back. So tee your arms open, take your whole left leg, left toes, open up to the back of the mat, and then go forward. So make the left side of your body long as you bring your left hand down and your right hand nice and high to the sky. Now bring your right arm over your ear. Feel the length in the right side of your body. Let's take a deep breath in. Listen carefully as you exhale. Bring your hands onto the ground. Come through a wide leg forward fold. And then walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room. So we land in a low lunge to the front. Downward facing dog. Plant your hands and step back. Option, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Exhale your left foot through in between your hands. Warrior two, back heel down, rise it up. Use the exhale to settle in. Now inhale, straighten out your legs, reach your hands up to the sky, hook your thumbs, drive the hands up, straighten your arms, and then rebend your front knee. Come on back to warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, take it back, peaceful warrior. We're coming right up into flying warrior. So straighten your legs, pivot your left toes in, arms up to the sky, triangle to the back. So tee the arms open up the right hip, right toes, and then hinge out over your right leg as you bring your right hand to your shin. Left hand goes up to the sky. Try to stay long in the sides of the body. Take one more inhale. Now bring your left arm over your ear. Hold right here. I want you to feel really a lot of extension from your left hip point all the way out through your left fingertips. Take one more breath in. Now as you exhale, lower your hands down to the ground. You can bend your knees as you come through a wide leg forward fold, and then come all the way to the front of the room. So we land back in a low lunge. And then plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Option, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, last time right here. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, your right foot through in between your hands. Warrior two, back heel down, arms out, around and up. Use the exhale to settle in. Inhale, straighten out your legs, reach the hands to the sky, hook your thumbs over your head, straighten out your arms, and then rebend your front knee and open up your hands. Inhale, flip the front palm, sweep it back, peaceful warrior, right up into flying warrior. Straighten your legs, pivot the right toes in, arms up to the sky, stretch through the sides of the body, triangle, tee your arms open up the left hip, left toes, and then hinge out over your left leg, bring your left hand down, right hand is nice and high to the sky. As you inhale, I want you to feel the sides of your chest move forward, and as you exhale, turn the gaze up to towards your top straight arm. Now take your right arm over your ear, Take one more inhale. As you exhale, lower your hands down to the mat. Now listen carefully, pivot your left toes in, take your right toes open and have your front knee bent. We're coming extended side angle. Bring your forearm to your thigh and then swoop your left arm across the face and over your ear to the front. I want you to feel extension, right, from your back left foot all the way up through your left fingertips. Try to really press down through your foot. Use that as your anchor and see if you can lift your torso and your chest to the sky. We're gonna layer on a little bit more. Half moon Urdhva Chandrasana. So bring your left hand onto your hip. Look down. You can place your hand down onto the ground or a block or prop. Hop your foot in and then take your chest forward even more as you start to lift your left leg up. If you feel okay, if you feel steady, your left hand will reach high to the sky. With your back foot, either point the toes back behind you or flex them in toes towards your shin, okay? Make your leg nice and active as you lift it up. Now bring your left arm over your ear and down to the mat, low lunge. Now from here, keep your left hand down onto the ground. We're gonna come to a modified side plank. So come to the pinky toe side edge of your left foot and then heel toe your right foot towards the center of your mat. Your toes will face the side of your room. Take your right hand nice and high to the sky. So I'm gonna mirror you guys for a moment. And then I want you to really take the top arm over your ear so that you can find so much extension in the side of your body. Try to get the bicep right next to your ear. One more inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Lower your right hand and step your right foot back behind you. Let's skip the vinyasa for this round. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Step your left foot through in between your hands. Warrior two, back heel down, take it up. Same deal, use the exhale to settle in. And as you inhale, straighten out your legs, reach the hands to the sky and hook your thumbs. Drive your hands up, straighten your arms, and then rebend your front knee and open up your arms, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, peaceful warrior up and back. Now flying warrior, straighten your legs, pivot the left toes in, arms up to the sky. Triangle to the back of the room, open up your arms, open up the right hip, right toes, and then go out over your legs. Right hand down, left hand is high to the sky. As you inhale, pull the sides of your chest towards the back of your room now. And as you exhale, send the torso and the chest and gaze up. Take your left arm over your ear so that you can find lots of extension in the left side of the body. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, lower your hands down to the ground. Pivot your right toes in and then open up your left hip and left toes to the back of the room for extended side angle. Bend your knee, forearm to thigh. The right arm swoops across the face as you open up into your extended side angle. Your right foot is your anchor. I want you to straighten out your back right leg. Really press your thigh back and keep reaching through your right fingertips. We'll layer on from here. So bring your right hand onto your hip. Look down, half moon Urdhva Chandrasana. Hop your right foot halfway up and then bring your left hand onto the ground or onto some sort of higher support as you lift your right foot off the mat. And if you feel steady, your right hand will come up. Remember, flex the foot, point the foot. I want you to feel as if your muscle on your leg is hugging in towards your bone. Bring your right arm over your ear and down to the ground, low lunge. So we're gonna come modified side plank. Keep your right hand down. Come to the pinky toe side edge of your right foot and then heel toe your left foot towards the center of your mat, okay? The toes are gonna face out to the side of the room. And then I want you to lift the bottom hip up, lift your left hand up to the sky. And then stretch your left arm over your ear and hold right here. Really try to straighten the arm, bicep right next to the ear, at least going in that direction. One more inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Hand down, foot back. Let's just take a deep breath in and a full breath out. We'll switch it up from here. We're gonna come into warrior one. So inhale your right leg up, Step your right foot through in between your hands, closer to your right thumb, and then lower your back heel down at 45 degrees, okay? When you come up, circle your hands up to the sky. Now, flip your palms forward, fan out your fingers, and hook your thumbs. Bend the elbows slightly, and as you inhale, as you exhale, I should say, straighten out your legs, reach the hands up to the sky, up, up, up. Now keep the extension in the sides of the body, but just rebend your front knee. You can separate your hands, but keep the fingertips reaching up to the sky. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, circle your hands behind your low back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, drive the knuckles down, lift the sides of your chest. And as you exhale, devotional warrior. Go forward as you start to dive to the inside of your right leg and your knuckles go towards the sky. Let's take a deep breath in, full breath out. Just one more inhale. Release your hands to the mat as you exhale, downward facing dog. Just pedal out your feet for a couple rounds once you get there. If you want to take a vinyasa, you can take a vinyasa. And then inhale your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot through in between your hands. We're coming warrior one, okay? So back heel down 45 degrees. When you come up, circle your hands up to the sky so that you're really opening, taking that full range of motion with your shoulders. Now, palms forward, hook your thumbs, opposite one on top. As you inhale, bend your elbows slightly out to the side, feel the connection strengthen. And as you exhale, I want you to straighten out your legs, reach your hands higher to the sky. And then rebend your front knee, but keep the extension in the sides of your body. Keep your arms nice and strong and straight. Now separate your hands, keep the fingertips reaching up, and then circle your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, drive the knuckles down, lift the sides of the chest. And as you exhale, devotional warrior, go forward and then begin to dive. We're just gonna take 2 breaths here. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. One more inhale. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. If you want to take a vinyasa, you can take a vinyasa. And then start to take small steps up to the top of your mat, where your feet will come up to meet your hands. We land in a forward fold. So once you get there, just inhale, lengthen out your spine, let it be nice and long. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Now as you inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up to the sky. And as you exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. So from here, we're just gonna take a balancing pose, okay? So there's a couple options when you get here, okay? We're gonna take Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana A, right? But if you can't grab your big toe, you can always just grab underneath your hamstring, okay? So I'll show both of them, right? So first, bring your right hand onto your hip. We're gonna balance on the right leg first, okay? As you inhale, pull the left knee towards your chest. Right, here's the 2 options. You're either gonna grab your hamstring so that you can extend the leg, or you're gonna grab your big toe and you're gonna extend the leg, okay? Whatever you choose, straighten your bottom leg as well, okay? Press through the heel. Now slowly start to extend your left leg forward, forward, forward. If you can't fully straighten the leg, that's okay, right? As you can see, mine's a little bent too. Again, you can be right here. Okay, now take your right hand up to the sky. Now use the muscles of your left leg, okay? Wherever you are, you're gonna release your left hand up to the sky. Really fight to keep it lifted. Even if it lowers a little bit, hold right there. One more breath in. Now low lunge on your breath out. Step your left foot all the way back, hands to the ground. Lower your back knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your hands up to the sky for a crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Now bring your right hand onto your right hip. Hinge forward, but stay long in your spine. And then exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your thigh. You can bring your palms to meet at heart center. So I'm going to mirror you guys over here. And then if you want, you're going to extend your arms. And if you've gotten this far, you're going to take your top palm forward and shift your arm over your ear. Some of you might tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands onto the mat. Straighten your front leg, walk your hands, pivot your feet to the left for a wide leg forward fold. Now for this one, as you inhale, lengthen out your spine. So I want you to feel long from your hip creases all the way up to your shoulders. And so, to release some congestion that might be happening in the hips, I want you to imagine that you're really pressing your thighs back, okay? And then from here, if you have the space, you're gonna start to walk your hands forward, okay? Almost like you're coming towards a really long downward facing dog. If you have blocks or props or something that you might use to lift the ground, it's a great opportunity to use them here. But otherwise, your hands on the ground is fine, and try to rest your head down. Just want you to feel, an opening happening in the armpits, the sides of the body, and the arms. But feel how the legs and the heaviness of the hips are helping you to find extension here. And then walk your hands underneath your shoulders and walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room, lizard lunge. So heel toe your right foot to the outside a little bit, and then lower your back knee down. Untuck your toes. You might be feeling a little bit more open here. And so see if you can walk your hands forward, right? Lower your forearms to the ground, but continue to let the top of your left thigh go towards the mat. And if this right leg or right foot wants to open up a little bit, you can open it up. And you can either stay, okay, or you're gonna move towards a quad stretch. And so if you're coming to the quad stretch, come to your palms. You can take it on the forearms, if you know that you have the space. And bring the right arm up and over, reach it to the back of the room, and then bend your left knee behind you and grab hold of the pinky toe side edge of the foot. So you wanna make sure that this left hip is still going down. This way, when I bend this back knee, I'm not jamming my kneecap into the mat. If you have the quad stretch, just take one more inhale. And as you exhale, gently release your foot. If you're in your lizard, you're gonna come to your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into your back knee slightly. And as you exhale, spring your left foot to the outside of your left hand so that we land in this semi-wide forward fold. And then inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up to the sky. And as you exhale, just lower your hands by your side. Walk your feet closer to one another. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now keep your left foot down, okay? Bring your left hand onto your hip, and then bring your right knee up towards your chest. Remember, we have the two options right here. Either grab behind, underneath your thigh, so on your hamstring, or you're gonna take yogi toe lock. 2 peace sign fingers in between first and second toe, thumb on top. I probably should have detailed that before. Okay. Whatever you grab, I don't care which one, but just make sure that you straighten out this leg, okay, the bottom one. Slowly, when you feel ready, you're gonna start to extend your right leg forward. Okay? Again, you can grab right here. And then your left hand is gonna come up to the sky. And then lift your right hand as well. So if you have the toe, you're gonna release the toe. If you have your hamstring, you're gonna release the hamstring. And then just use the muscles of your leg to keep lifting it up. Hold right here, deep breath in, low lunge on your breath out. Hands down, foot down. Lower your back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand on top of your left thigh. stay long in your spine as you hinge forward and then twist to your left. Hook your elbow to the outside of your thigh and bring your palms together. So many options here, right? You can extend your arms, right? If you extend your arms, take your palm forward and take your arm over your ear. And then maybe some of you will tuck the back toes and lift up the back knee. Do whatever you did on the other side, even if one side feels a little bit more challenging than the other. On an exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Straighten the front leg and then walk your hands, pivot your feet to the right for wide leg forward fold. When you get here, you're gonna lift up your spine. Again, I want you to press your thighs back. So feel as if you're pressing your quads into your thigh bone and then start to walk your hands forward so that you can find a lot of length in the sides of your body. Start to walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Walk the hands, pivot the feet to the front of the room into a lizard lunge. Heel toe the left foot open a little bit. Lower your back knee down, untuck your toes, and then same thing as we did before. Right? Let your right hip continue to go down. Right? Don't lose that. Even as you might begin to lower your forearms down to the mat. And even as this left foot and hip start to splay open a little bit. And you can stay, but if you're gonna come to the quad stretch, come up onto your palms, take your left arm, we're gonna make a big circle so that the shoulder can find its full range of motion. It circles to the back. And then bend your right knee and see if you can grab hold of the pinky toe side edge. And just take one more inhale. If you're in the quad stretch, release the foot, lower your hand onto the ground. If you're in lizard, just come up onto your palms, tuck your back toes, lift up your back knee. Inhale, straighten out your front leg, bend into your back knee, and then spring your right foot to the outside of your right hand so that we're in this semi-wide forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up to the sky. And then bring your hands right down by your side. Walk your feet closer to one another. And actually here, let's bring the feet all the way in towards one another. Okay. As you inhale, chair pose. Circle your hands up to the sky, bend your knees, and see if you can really take your arms back so that the biceps try to get right next to the ears. Feel your upper back muscles firm in. Let's take one more breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to meet right in front of heart center. Rise up onto the balls of your feet and lower your seat all the way down to your heels. We'll land in a toe stand for a moment. So take your knees towards the mat so your thighs become parallel to the floor, and you can open up a little bit of space for the spine. One more breath in. Now, as you exhale, you can bring your hands behind you as you lower your seat all the way down. From here, bring your feet nice and, or not nice and wide, but just hip width distance, okay? So they're not too wide, okay? Bring your hands behind your hips. Fingers will face forward. Take a deep breath in. Reverse tabletop on your breath out. So I want you to press through your heels as you lift your feet towards the sky. Try to feel your upper back firm in. The neck is long, and then it can fall back only if it feels okay. You take one more breath. Lower your hips down, and then lower your back all the way down. Once you make your way down, bring your hands alongside your body. We're going to come into a bridge pose, okay? So you want to make sure that you can tickle your heels with your fingertips. As you inhale, lift yourself up. So lift the hips up towards the sky. We're going to press through your heels, right? Your legs are really, really helping you out here. And then you're going to tuck your shoulders underneath the body. And some of you might interlace your fingers, okay? If you interlace your fingers, I want you to try to straighten out your hands or your arms and drive your arms into the mat. Neck space is nice and long right here. One more breath in. And as you exhale, release your hips down to the mat. Okay, now options. Okay, we're gonna move towards a one-legged variation. Really what we're prepping for is one-legged wheel, but no, you can do one-legged bridge. That will prep you for one-legged wheel. Doesn't have to be this session, it can be a future session, okay? It's the same leg movements, okay? I'm just gonna cue the arms a little bit different, okay? So if you're gonna take bridge, you're gonna set yourself up the same way you just set yourself up, okay? If you're gonna take wheel, I'll do wheel with you. You're gonna take your hands up and then bend your elbows and bring your hands behind your shoulders. Fingers will face your heels, okay? If you're gonna come into bridge, as you inhale, press yourself to bridge. If you're coming to wheel, inhale, come to half wheel, come to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, you're gonna extend your arms. So I want you to straighten out your arms. Now everyone, heel toe your left foot in a little bit. Bring your right knee towards your chest and then use your quad to extend your leg. And then you'll bend your right knee, lower it down, keep it towards the center of your mat, and then take the left knee to your chest and then extend your leg. Again, I want you to use your quad, feel the muscle coming towards the bone, keep straightening out your arms, and then bend your left knee and lower it down to the mat. Lower the crown of your head and lower your hips. And then from here, you're gonna widen your feet, let your knees knock in. Start to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And so the big thing to remember, whether we're coming into the one-legged wheel or the one-legged bridge, you really want to straighten out the top leg. If the top leg is flaccid, you're going to feel a little bit weighted down. And so it's important to really extend your top leg, even if it didn't fully happen today. But then remember the support of everything else that's on the ground. So the opposite foot, the arms, right? Whether they're underneath the back or whether they're underneath the shoulders. From here, we're going to come supine twist. So take your knees over to the left, stack your knees one on top of the other, and then you can tee your arms or goalpost the arms. Bring your right knee up, followed by your left knee, and then take your knees over to the right as your hips and your gaze go left. Bring your left knee up, followed by your right knee, and take happy baby. Knees towards the armpits, grab the outer edges of your feet. And now hug the knees towards your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze and bring your nose up to meet your knees. We'll take one more inhale. Shavasana as you exhale. Extend your feet long towards the front of your mat. Bring your arms by your side and close your eyes. I'll cue you when it's time to return. Start to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And drop your head from side to side. When you're ready, you can bend your knees and roll over onto one side. You can roll to your right or your left, wherever you're intuitively drawn to this morning. And then slowly begin to press your hands into the ground and work your way up to a nice tall seat. Just as we got started. Rest your hands gently onto your lap. Let's all take an inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Bring your palms to meet right in front of heart center in Anjali Mudra and bow your chin towards your hands and towards your heart. And just take a moment right here to honor all of your efforts here this morning. And I thank you so much for joining me, even if it's virtually. Namaste.